Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now I know it's been a while since I have, posted a video, but I figured now would be a great time. So, I want to say this right now, I currently have a Roblox game that I am, developing. It is Slate County, Washington. It is a fictional county in Washington State, not Washington, D.C., Washington State, where you are able to roleplay as either an officer, civilian, criminal, or fire department team right now. However, there will be the addition of more teams and several other vehicles to come. The game is in very early stages of development, but has a full Discord server that is ready to go for anyone who joins, and both the game, Discord, and this particular charger will be linked down in the description below. As of right now, the vehicles that you see in this in this studio, I feel dumb, will not be up for sale. However, I am going to think about possibly doing different vehicle commissions using free models. Now, this particular charger I just finished after attempting to record a first time and tell you guys about a couple of stories. I'm not going to go through all of that again because my software corrupted itself and ended the recording somehow. I believe I have fixed the issue, but we're going to keep this one short just to be safe. So, this is one of a few different vehicles I'm going to be adding, but I'm going to add a 2016 Charger that is going to be a state patrol, much like this one here. Now, since I have really nothing to do for talking to you guys, I really don't know where to start, but I'll say this. I currently have a very bad computer, and what with all of the recent updates that have been happening to things such as computers and such, it hasn't really seemed like it would be a good idea to have much really a system, I guess, if that's what you want to say, a system. I am not certain how I really want to say this, but I have no way of really doing much recording with friends as I want to. Now, I only say this because of the fact that I have had a lot of people tell me that I should start recording again. My friends on Discord, my friends in real life aside. Now, when I am able to start recording again, I will be more than happy to start recording. But I'm working currently towards getting myself a brand new PC, a desktop computer, a proper desktop computer, one that I can actually record with. Now, that being said, I am not exactly certain if that is going to be something I am going to be able to just do out of nowhere. Now, I cannot state that what happens is just gonna happen, It's not exactly something I can really say. That probably makes no sense. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted with what I'm doing with this charger. Anyway, I am currently between computers, except for the laptop that I have. Now, granted, it's the same laptop I've always used for my recordings, but I've finally decided it needs to happen. I need to have the brand new computer. And because of this, it's going to get to the point where my laptop is going to start lagging so bad that I cannot record any longer with my laptop. And it really sucks because I actually really enjoy recording, and I really enjoy being able to talk to you guys and see your feedback on YouTube. Now, once I get the new PC, I will hopefully be able to record at least once a week at minimum. Now, I cannot guarantee that that is going to happen, But what I can guarantee, I just realized I messed up a lot of stuff here. What I can guarantee is that things such as problems with everything that's been going on recently, problems with having other people that might cause, issues such as whatnot, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be a bit hectic out there. So, for those of you who actually are seeing this, I want to say I hope you're doing okay. And I hope that you and those around you are staying safe and taking the necessary precautions to keep yourselves healthy and keep yourselves well out of the risk of getting the coronavirus. The COVID-19 virus is, yes, a very real thing. You will not change my mind. And if you are a person who does not like me because of that, I apologize, and I hope you find someone else to watch. If you'd watched me just because you could, and you've decided to stop because of this, I'm sorry, and I hope that you find someone else who is better than me to watch. Now, that being out of the way, let's get into what we're actually doing. So, in the spirit of everything that has been happening recently, I have decided to work on my police cruisers. Now, I've been meaning to work on the police cruisers in my game for a little bit of a while, and it seems like something that just kind of needs to happen. So I've decided, well, what better way to do it than by recording my progress? Now, once I get everything set up and I am able to actively do what I want to do, hopefully I won't have to worry about having too much problem. I wonder if this is one of those cars that actually has the ram bar and stuff on it. It might. No? Oh, okay. Any sort of light bar on the top of it? No, just the paints? Sweet. Actually, just to be safe, let's go ahead and check. What do we got? What all do we have? Whole bunch of stuff. Is this all 0? I don't see anything of interest whatnot, so we should be safe. Anyway, as I was saying before, I'm going to have several different types of cruisers. Now, not all of the vehicles that are in the game are going to be from real life, but some of them will be. The Chargers specifically are my personal favorites. However, I don't exactly like the 2016 Chargers, so I've just kind of cobbled together a couple of cruisers that kind of work. They don't work like they probably should, but they work about as much as I'm going to need them to work. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, that being said, some of you may find a slight issue with having police cruisers. Some of you may not want these cruisers to be what they are. But that's not for me to decide. That's not for you to decide either, because they are my cruisers and it is my game. If you don't like it, just don't drive the car. Now, that being said, Slate County, Washington, my game, is going to be functioning as a very strict roleplay community. All people are welcome for the community, but you are expected, when in the community, to hold a higher standard of roleplay than you would normally see on a Roblox game. When I say this, I mainly mean people who don't like to roleplay. People who go on to roleplay games and they purposely fail roleplay. Now, when I say this, I mainly mean people who purposely do this kind of thing. They purposely act like dunces to try and cause a problem. And on occasion, it's kind of funny to have, a tank driving around, or have a, big old police chase that ends in a massive shootout and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. But it's just not fun after a while. Oh, the doors aren't. The doors are single mesh. I'm gonna have to find a mesh to put the actual thing on. If you notice by this charger here, I'm probably going to end up actually tearing everything but the doors, or everything but the door mesh. Like, the actual car itself is probably going to get ripped out, and then the police parts and whatnot, and these antenna that I've put together, this antenna bullwhip antenna type deal, I might end up throwing that onto here. But actually, I might just keep this as a slick top supervisor design. Ooh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But for right now, let's just work on trying to get the lights. So, in the spirit of everything that's been going on recently, I think it would be a great idea to have police have nice looking cars and have civilians have a similar situation. Nice looking vehicles, you know, nothing too fancy schmancy, but still having that ability to kind of look nice, you know? And while most of my equipment is free modeled, the map itself, aside from a select variety of a couple of items, is all open. It is all personally done. I have personally taken care of meshing the things such as like the terrain. The in-map terrain is stuff that I have done myself. The pretty much everything else is all stuff that I have done. Now, I am not exactly certain as to how I'm going to really plan out my having a full set of police fleet cruisers and whatnot, and still having the civilian cars. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to set it up, but I have somewhat of a plan. Now, my plan, simply put, is that I am going to have it to where when a civilian joins the game, when you first join the game, you start out as a tourist. You start out as a tourist in Washington. Washington State is actually quite famous for tourists. Now, that being said, we have a lot of civilians that live here too. Now, it is probably going to be that I am going to have a slight issue with having a lot of civilians trying to drive civilian cars, but also having a lot of tourists trying to drive civilian cars. Tourists in my game are eventually going to have a specific set of 3 different vehicles to drive, just to kind of start out with. Those vehicles are going to be a Ford Ranger, small single cab pickup, a Chevrolet Express van, and a 2014 Dodge Charger. Now, some people may not agree with these cars, but again, not your game, my game, and I decide how I'm going to put it together. However, that being said, as any good moderator and or dev for the game would do, I'm going to listen to my fans, I'm going to listen to the people who play the game, and I'm going to listen to the wants of the people. Now, because I say this, a lot of people are going to think, ooh, hypercars, let's add sports cars, Lamborghinis, Bugattis. I'm not going to do that, because those aren't realistic in my area. You won't see supercars in my area. You might see the occasional Porsche, but that's about the best you're going to get. So you're going to see a lot of older cars. Now, granted, you don't always see old cars. You're going to see a few select muscle cars, the cars that, you're going to see the variety around the town. Now, I am thinking about adding a couple of super tuned cars that are specifically designed for race purposes, and they're designed to kind of look cool and drive fast and pretty much just cause a general havoc on the server. However, I'm currently still in contact with a good couple of friends who know what they're doing and know their way around Discord and Roblox. Now, I am hoping, crossing fingers, that I will be able to eventually have what I want to have on the game. When I say that, I mean that I will eventually have the cars look exactly how I want them to look. They'll look nice. I'll have mods who actually want to be in the game because they like how the game looks. They're going to want to be in the game because they like the game, and maybe even a couple of moderators that are mine who just in general like to play. And I have no qualms with that. However, I want to make sure that the game is fun for anyone who plays it. I want to make sure that if you join my game, you have a good time playing. Now, because I say that, a lot of people are going to probably wonder what I mean. Or, and this is something I've even wondered myself, how the heck am I going to make it to where everybody has a good time? Some people don't roleplay. Some people just like to join a game and just drive a car. Now, the game is going to be very specific on the traffic laws and how you abide them. That being said, there will probably be a server specifically set up with rules. Now, my rules are very specific on Slate County. And there are extensive applications. The Discord itself is properly set up to pretty much withstand any sort of rules and anything like that. However, the game itself is greatly under, well, to be dead honest with you, only me editing it right now. I am currently the only person who is actively editing the game and putting it into play. Now, I have a couple of friends who are helping me out, and I know there's probably going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, oh, you keep saying you're going to do this stuff, and then you don't. Or you're probably going to be like, oh, that's from a different game. I used to play that game, and that game got died and whatnot, and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I built the game mainly for myself and friends to be able to do what we want to do. Play our game like we want to play it. And there ain't jack really that you can do to stop us. We're going to play our game, and we're going to enjoy our game. Now, some people are probably going to wonder how I'm going to pull this off. And to answer that question right away, I really don't know. I honestly really don't know. So, I'm going to rely on you guys. And I'm going to make you a deal. If you would like, your mission, you could say, if you choose to accept it, is to go check out the game as it is right now. Check out the game. Shoot the guns. They're ACS guns. A couple of them are weapons that I have actually went and built. The Big 50 is one of them. I believe there's a couple of others that I have put into the game. Now, eventually, those weapons will be restricted to where you will have a specific set of weapons when you spawn, and you will have a Roblox group eventually, but that can come later on. So, if you join the game, and if you join the Discord, great. I look forward to seeing you. If you don't, oh well. But, if you do join the game and the Discord, check it out. Explore. Tell me what you guys think, and get back to me. Because the more information that I can gather from the people who enjoy playing it and or just play it to see what it looks like, the more I can put into the game. And if I can put more stuff into the game to help make people happy, I will. Mainly because of the fact that I would like to have a game that is playable by all. Now, I will say this. The weapons and the vehicles will require a keyboard of some kind. Some of the cars in my game, specifically the 2011 Charger that is in there, is somewhat controller mapped, but it is best if you just use your computer. If you have a computer, it's awesome. I will say this, the game is slightly laggy, but my Windows 7 laptop with 8 gigs of RAM is able to run the game at 2 graphics. So if you're able to do it at 2 graphics, sweet. Awesome. If not, I apologize. I will try to do my best to help you in the future. But apparently I'm just not able to do it for you. Now, that being said, if the time comes where the game does take off, moderators will start hosting servers. We will start hosting roleplay servers for people. That being said, there are applications in the server for you to pretty much apply for anything. Now, I am still in the process of trying to fix up the server, and I'm hoping that eventually I will be able to properly open it up for literally everyone to join the game. But for the start of it, it's going to be set up to where the game can only be really ranked out of... You can only be ranked out of tourist by being in the Discord. So, hopefully, that will give people some incentive to kind of join the Discord and maybe even help out a little bit. Oh, that looks amazing already. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, which you probably didn't because it's just a whole bunch of me talking and moving around a car a lot. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to. All that good stuff, blah, 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 blah. If you have any feedback, let me know. If you have any ideas for any Roblox games you might want me to record in the future with or without friends, let me know. If you have any games that you think I might enjoy playing, feel free to leave a comment below of what game it is, and I'll try to get back to you on it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.